Hey everyone, I hope you all had a great Thanksgiving. I sure had a funny one. So I thought for today's video, I would tell you a funny story about what happened at my Thanksgiving because it was pretty hilarious. So basically, what normally happens or what normally has been happening for the past years since I was born was me, my other grandma, my aunt, and my family would all go to my grandma's house, my other grandma, and we would have Thanksgiving there. Now, my aunt lives with her best friend, so her best friend has a party at their house for her family, so it would be separate. Well, what ended up happening this year was my grandma decided that she didn't want to have Thanksgiving at her house this year because she was getting older and didn't want to deal with the cleanup and all that stuff. So we decided that we would all go to my aunt's house this year. So now instead of buying two regular sized turkeys, we bought one huge 27-pound turkey. And she had bought this metal tray that said it was supposed to hold up to 30 pounds, like a turkey that was 30 pounds. And my aunt had kept telling her, her best friend, which we call my aunt too, she was cooking. So my aunt had told her, don't use that tray. It's not going to hold well. It's not going to be good. Anyways, they had the turkey in the oven, and the rest of the family was in the family room eating hors d'oeuvres and all that stuff. And we started, this is going to be like everyone's going to probably guess what's happening. There was smoke coming into the family room. Not like heavy, thick smoke like something is on fire, but smoke like something was burning, kind of. So smoke basically filled the whole entire house. And we didn't know what was going on. So I went into the kitchen, and it turns out that the turkey was sitting in the pan, in the oven, and all the fat from the turkey had dripped off into the pan. And the pan, because the turkey was so big, it barely fit into the pan, and all of the grease had risen up, and it spilled over into the bottom of the oven. So now all this grease and fat was on the bottom of the oven, and it was burning, so it was creating smoke. So we're like, okay, whatever. So then we're standing there, and all of a sudden the thing catches on fire. Like, not badly, but there was like fire underneath the turkey. So we're like, crap, what are we gonna do now? So now we have to take the turkey out of the oven, put it on the counter, and then we had to figure out how we were going to do this because the turkey was supposed to be cooking for like 7 hours, and it had gone in at 6:45 a.m. and it was supposed to come out we got there at 12:30, and it was supposed to have come out it was supposed to be in for like another hour and a half or something like that. And we didn't know what to do because now we have a partially undercooked turkey. So now we're like, how are we going to do this? Because they didn't want to put the turkey back in the oven because they didn't want it to catch fire again. So basically, what we had to do was we had to keep the turkey on the counter with tinfoil over it to let it keep cooking. And then my aunt comes back in and she goes, guys, we never cooked the stuffing. So now we have to turn the oven back on to put the stuffing in. So we turned the oven back on and we put the stuffing in. Thankfully, the oven didn't catch on fire again, but it kept the grease on the bottom kept smoking. So we couldn't even open the oven without smoke just billowing out of the oven and just going everywhere. Everyone's eyes were watering. Everyone was coughing. It was so bad. It was so funny. We were all laughing so much. So Moral of the story is, if a tin thing says it's supposed to hold up to 30 pounds and you have a turkey that's 3 pounds under what the tray says, you probably shouldn't use it because it's going to turn out bad. So, that was my first memorable Thanksgiving. So, yeah, anyways, I hope you guys liked this video. I hope you found it as funny as I was, or I found it as funny as it was, because, you know, sometimes you try and tell a story and it's you had to be there moment, but I didn't know if this one really was one of those. I thought it would just be funny to tell you guys how our turkey almost caught on fire yesterday. But, yeah. So, anyways, I hope you guys liked this video, yeah. So, I will see you all on Monday. Don't forget, creativity takes courage. Adios, amigos.